Okay. What is up, YouTube? Yes. So today I spoke with Coach, and we're going to up the food. So hopefully, it's just extremely difficult to eat, and at the same time, I have uncontrollable urges. A moment. Have to drink water. Anyway, let's stop acting so silly, and let me get into my sushi chef persona that I am right now experimenting with and implementing into my outfit. So, what is the topic of today's video? I've been searching far away, long ways, highways. I've been searching all around to find cream of rice. However, it's nowhere to be found. They need to restock. Now, the supplement stores have cream of rice, but I don't want to show you how to make a nice meal whenever you're dieting or watching your food and give you a supplement. This is something that I might do in the future if I get sponsored by someone or if I start using a supplement and I believe it's worth it. However, now I don't believe this is something which is necessary. So cream of rice recipes, the moment I have cream of rice, I'll show you. Today I decided to show you how to make my protein pancakes. So the first thing we need is some granola. I buy the protein granola. It has hazelnut, almond, and chocolate. No sugar added, plant protein. So this is a source of protein also for people that don't eat meat, pretty much vegan, plant protein. It's 300 grams. I make three. I cook pancakes 3 times with 1 pack. So this is gonna be 100 grams per cooking the whole pancake bowl. So keep that in mind. Banana, very important. Another source of carbs also. Eggs and peanut butter. Now I use, for whoever is watching me from Bulgaria, I'm not sponsored by them. However, this is the best peanut butter I've ever had. This is peanut butter with cocoa. I've shown this before, I believe, or if not, now I'm showing you this for the first time. This is how it looks. Whoever lives in Bulgaria, definitely go and buy this. I've been eating this in prep. I've been eating this outside of prep, and pretty much best substitute for Nutella. Pretty much, and it has very good nutrients inside of it. So what I'm gonna do now, because as you can see, I'm trying to set up somewhat of a home space whenever wherever I'm filming those videos, where I'm showing you things and showing you how to make them. What I will do is I'll explain to you. However, you'll see me appear here in this frame, and I will explain to you the process right now. So what I would be doing, I'm gonna grind 100 grams of the granola. I'm gonna grind the banana as well. I'm gonna use 5 whole eggs. This is for me. I'm 98 kilograms at the moment, off season. This is gonna be 5 whole eggs. I've been going up to 7 whole eggs in prep. However, this is on a refeed day, so it's gonna be higher protein. It's gonna be necessary here. I don't see the reason for more than 5 eggs. The peanut butter we are going to use to spread on top of the pancakes. We're gonna use water, where you can use milk as well. I use water simply because I get a lot of zits from milk. So, pretty much, I might try to go in the kitchen and show you how it's done. However, we'll see. So yeah, let's continue. Okay, this bright light is going to make me blind. However, sacrifices must be made in the name of progress. Моля? Не, боже. Ще приличам на турбоидиот наркоман. Ненормалник. Сега приличам на половината от тези неща. Така, okay, I've been denied. But this is very good. Искаш ли? Ела тук да ти дам. Вкусно, ела. Това е вкусно. So she comes, she makes me give her and then she runs away. Да, свети тата лампата. Свети лампата и тата така изглежда по-ярък. So, I wanted to take a few moments in this video to speak about a subject that not a lot of people talk about. And it's basically what happens to you after you've done an extreme diet. Or when I say extreme, I mean whenever you've gone through a low weight loss journey, did a bodybuilding show, had a project for the summer, you wanted to do something which required you to significantly change the way you eat, and most importantly, the foods you eat. I've been fat as a child, and the reason why I started working out is because I liked a girl that told me I have man boobs. Now, a lot of people, when they start losing weight, they don't know how to do it properly. So, it doesn't really matter if you're going to be prepping for a show. Да, благодаря ти. Добре ли е камерата или нещо искаш да промениш? Виждам ли се въобще? Плаваща глава съм. Би ли ме отдалечила отново така, не само от целите ми и амбициите ми в живота, и самата камера, ако можеш да дръпнеш? Благодаря. Така добре ли е? Не можеш надолу да дадеш. Можеш тук, можеш, да, така, да, въртиш го и то слиза. Малко по-различна е техниката, но би трябвало да я знаеш. Не са се видяли палачинките. Okay. For the possibility that just now you're able to see the pancakes, here they are. It's 2 pancakes, and they're quite delicious. My lovely assistant helped me, so thank you to you. So back to what I was saying. A lot of people don't know, most of the people don't know how to lose weight properly or how to eat properly when they want to change their appearance. So they tend to go to the extreme, which is basically cut everything out. Now, one of the main, actually not one of the main reason why I had food, because I also had eating disorders. It wasn't when I lost the weight. When I was a child, then I lost the weight. Тате, всичко наред ли е? Мама ти загърнето сако. Okay, so she pooped and her mom took away the potty to clean it and she wanted her poop back. To get to the point, 2015, 2016, I believe, I did my first bodybuilding prep where I did not actually go and compete. So I ate about 2 weeks out from the show because I ran out of money and because I couldn't deal with it mentally. I was unprepared. I went to the extreme. Those are delicious, by the way. А защо плачем? Защото ни взеха акото. Ама дай я. Дай я. Тя знае? Да. Тя сега ще си бодне. I need to talk more and eat less. So I did about a 15-16 week prep and I did not have a single cheat meal. When I started eating, I was at the point where I was making myself puke with a bone from a KFC wing, while I was still having a full bucket of KFC wings with burgers and peanut butter and Nutella and biscuits and everything possible. Like I was literally puking and eating and puking and eating and puking and eating. What happened? My liver started hurting immensely. Like I had liver pain that I cannot literally describe to you. And there was a point where I went yellow. Like if you ever had problems with your liver, there is a possibility that even your eyes become a little bit yellowish. So I was at the point where I had to go to the hospital because of it. I did not, I believe, I'm not quite sure if I went. But when you have issues with your liver, your endurance also is low, you don't have any energy because the liver is the filter of your blood. So whenever it is having issues, whenever it's you've been abusing it, it can recover from very bad situations. However, you can also harm yourself in a major way. But anyway, then I was so disappointed with the way and how fast my physique went back to what it was before I started cutting that I was completely demotivated to train again. And honestly, because I was training 2 times a day, actually 3 times a day, only on leg days I had 2 sessions. I had 1 hour of cardio in the morning with glute kicks to straight my ass. And then I had to go home, have breakfast, cook, sleep, wake up, eat, go train, repeat the process with the sleeping and eating and cooking, go on evening workout, and then go home. I had a minimum of 3 hours in the gym every single day. My leg sessions were 2 times a day, once a week. I mean, one day in a week, which is going to be 2 times. I'm sorry. And it was a total of 6 hours. I had 4 or 5 exercises, one next to the other, back to back to back, a gigantic set with drop sets on every single exercise. I was eating pretty much nothing, like very very little food. I'm gonna look for pictures. I believe I have some, and I'm gonna upload them somewhere. Depending again, I don't know how big the frame is, but I'm going to put them somewhere here. So yeah, pretty much what happened after that is that I completely lost motivation to train, and my body was not responding to anything. I was just looking worse and worse and worse and worse. Fast forward, obviously because I love training, eventually my desire and my passion came back. I started training again. However, it was very difficult for me to even start cutting or start bulking. So I was stuck in that place where even my appetite became very strange, not like before. I'm gonna give you an example. You can implement my way of prepping wherever I'm eating like this every Sunday, then prepping for a show. However, your body wants to survive first and foremost. So if you're a person who does not prep often or hasn't prepped, and you come to a deficit low enough that you're actually hungry, and you're depleted, when you refeed on a Sunday like this, your body is going to make your receptors 5 times more sensitive. You're going to be experiencing taste like you're on drugs. So it's going to be much more difficult for you to actually stop yourself and not eat. So this morning, for example, I went to cook my eggs, and there was pizza from yesterday. I ate one piece of pizza, and guess what I did? I packed a full pack of rice cakes, a jar of peanut butter, and the pizza. And that was my breakfast. And I'm completely honest with you. Of course, now it is okay for me to do that because soon enough I won't be able to. And it's also good, and it's always good to give your mind a break. I am a person of extreme discipline. However, at the same time, I'm a person of extreme laziness. So I understand very well that if I allow myself to completely fall off the wagon, it's going to be much more difficult for me to get on it again. However, this is not even an option. So what I do, whenever I'm not required to be as disciplined, I live my life by a certain, like in a specific way. But one of the quotes I really like is, "Don't do your best, don't do everything, don't do all of it. Just do what's necessary." So right now, what's necessary, I'm doing. Everything else, I'm able to give myself the advantage of experiencing like a little bit of comfort, because soon enough I won't have it, and however, I would have the rested mind to go through the struggles again. So yes. So what happens? You go on a very extreme diet, and then you put an end goal to it. You reach this end goal, and the journey ends. You're at the moment like a retired professional fighter, a retired bodybuilder, retired sports athlete. You've known, if you I have a degree in economics, and there they were teaching us in a certain way. One of the examples they were giving us, if you want to study a certain factor of the economy, you have to take everything else as a constant. So you can only evaluate how this one single factor, how it changes, how it affects everything else. So if you imagine that your life, the only thing you know, because at the end of the day, the only thing you know in regards to the approach to losing weight is what you're doing at the moment as a person who saw something online or had a friend that did it, and you're copying. You're finding info from somewhere else. You're not capable of creating your own nutrition plan. If you were, you wouldn't have a food problem after it. Or at least I assume you wouldn't. So looking at it from that point of view, whenever that path ends, by the way, doesn't always, like, you don't always even go to the end. Sometimes you fail at the middle. But even if you fail at the middle, or if you go up until the end, what do you do after the end? You don't know how to introduce new foods again. You don't know how to maintain your weight. You don't know what to do after that, and you become lost. Sooner rather than later, your weight goes back up again. After this, you go on this repetitive cycle of trying to lose weight, however, constantly looking for not the easy way out, but looking for a way to substitute specific things that need to be done. There is a saying that I heard today from one of my clients. We were speaking about a certain topic. It doesn't really matter the topic, but he told me this example, this saying. Okay, obviously this isn't where I left you off with the last frame, in the last shot of the video. However, I have been experiencing extreme trouble that I can only compare with the evolution from the monkey to the human, or maybe something more. I was not able to export my videos. I was not able to process them. I was trying. I have 3 computers. Nothing worked. I purposefully, deliberately did not want, I did not want to process from the phone because I'm trying to up my channel's performance, up my channel's quality, and I'm simply limited when it comes down to only using the phone. Кажете, моля ви, вие принцесо невероятна. Ако ви сложа тук на камерата, ще трябва по някакъв начин да ви скрия лицето. Аз не искам. Дърпате ме някъде. I've been at the moment kidnapped, so just give me a moment. Okay. So I think on the last video I was talking about that I heard a quote from one of my clients, and pretty much if you take all the books, it doesn't matter if it's gonna be science book, it's gonna be religious books, it's gonna be cooking books, like all types of books. If you take them and you just burn them, you burn all of them. After enough time, maybe even hundreds of years, the factual things are gonna be written in new books because they're gonna be discovered again. The fictional, however, is gonna remain buried in the past forever. Because fiction is different than fact. Facts are the fundamentals that you need to follow whenever you're trying to change your body composition. You don't need to focus on weight only, or only on size, or only on what you're lifting in weight at the gym. Pretty much, you need, you need to understand that this is not a sprint. This is not something that has an end date and goal. Why? Because whenever you give yourself an end goal, I mean not an end goal, an expiration date for your efforts, then falling off the wagon is very easy, and then you don't know what to do if you didn't do it the proper way, because you don't have a blueprint to go back to. If you go back to the blueprint of starvation and overtraining and undersleeping and being stressed and taking away from your personal life, taking away from your relationships, it's not a blueprint. A blueprint is a specific approach that you've seen that it works for your body. Look at me, for example, right now. Okay, I'm with a white shirt with a very bright LED light towards me, so no definition. You're not gonna see anything. Not that I have any definition. By the way, this is how I look from today. This is with the Varna champion of last year, the guy that I wanted to beat very badly. Also, a very, very good friend of mine. Potentially, we're gonna have a very good friendship together. I can see that we're very similar as people, and also we share a lot of points of view. So I'm most certainly gonna do a vlog with him, if not the full podcast. We'll see. I'm right now thinking about how to start the podcast, because I really believe that not only I can show you a lot of things from how I train and what I do, but also I can help you become more familiar with how people approach bodybuilding in Bulgaria in general, and hopefully I can give you a lot more of an insight on how different shows go on, and so on and so forth. But for that, I need to have a setup, so I'm working on that right now. Now, I'm not doing this to try to make you my clients. This is not at all my point. My YouTube channel is something separate. However, I am going to promote what I'm going to be doing here from time to time. However, keep in mind, I'm not sharing this with you in some way to make a marketing campaign or to try to make you want me to train you. No, I just am taking the next step in my coaching, so to say, career, and this is by reaching more people. So I'm launching my own website. It's going to be gfitnesscoaching.pro. I am going to link it in my account, also into my social media once it becomes active. Now, obviously, if some of you want any specific advice from me, I'm not going to charge you. I'm not saying this to try to make money from my viewers. More or less, I'm just sharing with you where I'm going with this. Rather than changing everything all of a sudden, let's say you go right now into the gym, you find the personal trainer, you pay him. Now, you didn't take enough time to evaluate if this person is going to be the one for you. Now, obviously, you cannot evaluate somebody that you don't understand what he's going to do. If you understood how to coach yourself well enough, you wouldn't need him in the first place. So I believe evaluation as the beginner that you can make is if this person is somebody who is willing to meet you in the middle, who is willing to adapt to you, not only require from you and demand from you, but also help you along the process, explain things to you. In the beginning, this is very easy to see if he actually has the desire to speak with you and to elaborate enough on what he says, because still he hasn't made money from you. That's number one. Number two, okay, after you decide to work out with him, it's very important to follow what he does. Now, if you've evaluated this person correctly, most probably you would not stumble on a person who just requires you to change everything at once and then waits for results, because this is the recipe for failure. Most probably this person is going to help you change one thing. So whenever you decide to work with a coach, okay, this obviously is going to be a person who changes only not everything at once for you. So as I was saying, whenever I work with my clients, let's say a client, doesn't matter male or female, any age, are you stealing the curtains, please? What are you doing, please? Moja, какво правим? What are you doing with the curtains, little one? Huh? Okay. Now you can't see anything because it's in front of your eyes. It's very, very strange. Yes. It is very strange. Okay. Okay. Yes. Be careful. But anyway, the point is, I asked them, how you train? How do you eat? I train like this. I eat like this. I drink that much liquids. Okay. Let me give you the training sessions. For the first month, eat however you want to eat. Let's see what will change. Or if I see that they eat very poorly, they make very poor food choices, I simply tell them, okay, continue training like you train. I just want to manipulate your food. See how that works out for you. So keep in mind that whenever you're trying to work with a coach, the difference between the coach and the split that you would find online, especially in the beginning, is that the coach is going to have a specific approach that is going to help you do this in a calm, controlled way and feeling secure and being guided. If you're going to be doing it alone, know that whenever you're trying to push your organism into the extreme, it's always going to have an equal and opposite reaction to what you've done. For example, now me, today, I trained with Atef, with the Varnish champion from last year. Well, I didn't even tell him, but this bicep here, tendon on my left arm, which is usually my stronger arm in the sense of I don't have any injuries on it, decided today to become inflamed. So I don't have any tears. I don't have any. I still can flex it completely. Don't have anything. But the point is that my body right now does not really respond in the way it responded during my prep or before the prep. And it's very normal. I've pushed it to the extreme. Even though I've rebounded well, I'm still rebounding. I'm 97 kilograms this morning because also there is this silly flu that is trying to get me down for a week. So I had a very interesting week, by the way. Not going to go into detail. Just going to say that it was handled with ease and nicely. Yeah. So pretty much, guys, what I'm trying to say without trying to mumble on for ages is don't try to go to the extreme. It's good. There is a place for it, but trust me, it is later on down the path. In the beginning, it is about laying the proper foundation. If you don't lay the proper foundation, it's going to be very difficult for you to actually, give me just a second, it's going to be very difficult for you to actually achieve something in the long run. Because trust me, even professional fighters, even professional bodybuilders, even professional, any type of sport, they don't go all out all year. What they do is they have an off season and a on season, pretty much. The off season is just as important as the off season is just as important as the season, as the on season, because if you don't allow yourself to recover, you would not be able to count on yourself when you need to, and that's the most important thing. So yes, guys, I'm just gonna finish the video here. I'm seriously sick of this specific episode because I'm trying to upload it for a while. I'm trying to export it for a while, and I'm feeling like it's just a cursed video. So I'm looking forward to uploading it and to go to the next one. I am thinking that the next one is gonna be a vlog with a guest. But for that, I'm gonna be needing a specific setup that I might be able to get my hands on. Because I only have one of these. So if I want to speak with somebody while I train, it's gonna be very difficult. So I need to have one of those pointy microphones that somebody can hold with a selfie stick on my phone, and he can record us, and both of us can be hearable without the music in the gym. I'm most probably gonna do that rather than trying to set up a full podcast, because the only place I can really do the podcast is gonna be at the gym, and if I do that, I'll most probably need to find a way to store larger files, because my camera shoots in high resolution. Maybe I can lower it, but we'll see. So yeah, guys, keep in mind, in a simple way to summarize this video, do not go to the extreme. Try to manipulate one thing, just like the economy example. Everything else is a constant. Change one thing. Observe how it works for you. Then find the things that work for you in a positive way, implement them together. But know that you can do each and every single one of them. Make sure you write everything down and take this as a science project. Take this as a project of changing your life. If you approach it with that seriousness, it's going to work for you. That doesn't mean that you need to weigh yourself every morning, being uncomfortable, being stressed, being anxious if you're going to be certain weight. No, it's not about the weight. It's not about the weight. It's about what this weight is made of. And trust me, you can do a pretty good recomp and look 10 times better than what you think you would look if you just lost the weight. So yeah, guys, as always, let's get it and on to the next one. Peace.